Hello, my name is Blair and welcome to another Science is Cool. Today, we're gonna talk about the themes between Windows and Linux. Well, right now I'm currently in my Windows and of course, I will be nostalgic. It was about Windows 95 and Windows XP that you could change and modify without any third-party application that you need to install to modify your Windows. But right now, starting with Windows 7, oh no. During Windows 7, you could still have your widgets, but after that, Windows 8, Windows 9, and so on, especially Windows 10, well, they change into limited. You cannot change the looks, you cannot change the taskbar or the dock or the panel. And right now we're stuck with it. You could not move this taskbar, dock, or your panel. Even the customization or the personalization of this Windows is different compared to before. Before Windows 10. The last one was Windows 7, the last Windows that you could modify it. But right now, oh no, you're just stuck with this one. Background you can still change, color accent you can still change, themes you can install, and that's about it. The behavior of the taskbar, let me see. No. You're stuck with it. So sad, right? So sad. Because way back Windows 7, Windows XP, and Windows 95, you can always modify it without any third-party application that you need to install so that you could change the looks and customize your Windows looks. Now you need a third-party application just to modify it. So sad. What happened to Windows? So right now I'm into my Linux Mint. So this is my Linux Mint 21.3 Cinnamon edition or desktop environment. The Cinnamon version is 6.0.4. This is the looks and the feel of Windows 7 or Windows XP. You can move it down here, or you can move it on the sides. This is the feel of Windows XP until Windows 7. After that, oh no. Windows 10 was one of the worst desktop environment from Windows that you could not move it. Everything was stuck with it. Even the updates, this one. I have the updates and I just push the updates. This is way back Windows XP, Windows 7, that you could update and not to restart your computer. You are not being forced to restart your computer. You are not being spied with the Microsoft company because they own it. It is a proprietary software, but you could highly modify it. But the thing is, even you modify it right now, you need a third-party application just to use it. Now, even the updates, you need to be enforced to restart your computer because they want you everything in place. Way back before, while Windows 95, Windows XP until Windows 7. Updating is just like this one. You don't need to restart. That's the thing. Why is it? What happened to Windows? Themes. You could change whatever you want. I remember those days. I could change the looks of the mouse. I could like change the application buttons. If I wanted to have a green, like this one. If I want to have a green mint, how about this one? I want to have a, let me see, maybe I'll just use this one. Do they have mint? No, I'll just use this one. So basically this way back, like a nostalgic type of Windows that is modern. That's how I explain Linux right now. You could change whatever you want. You can change the effects too. You could change like the wobbly thing and the extensions. How about the friction? Maybe I'll drop the friction so that I could like wobbly. I like that one. Before, Windows was like this. Everything. The Linux right now is basically, that's the original theme of Windows. Now, what happened to Windows? I don't know. They want you to be like controlled, not to have these freedom of expression, freedom of changing your customization of your Windows desktop. This is what Windows is all about before Windows 7. Change the background, change the effects, change the fonts. Yes, I remember this one. Fonts. Right now, I don't know. You can still have change of fonts in Windows, but here it's all the same. This is way back then. This is the Windows that I know. You cannot even tell the difference before. Like if you modify the Windows, like the default of Linux, it was Ubuntu at the time and Red Hat. You cannot even explain like there's the difference between Linux and Windows those times, or even like the Apple. I don't know why. That's why I'm trying to explain to you guys, because I was like looking at this like the whole time. This is the widgets. That's supposed to be the widgets, like you could like drag. What happened to Windows? Oh no. Come on, let's check out the widgets right now in Windows. So how about the widgets right here on Windows? Let me click this one. One big block of like widgets. I could literally says this ads. Why? They paid for this to be placed in this corner. Even though it is a widget, but you're being forced to have this widget with this news item, which is the company paid for it. Even though you only have like this weather widget when you download, and then you have your games. This game was added so that it will be like advertise you. Even this traffics, you're supposed to have a different widget for the traffic. And then the market, supposed to be you have a different widget for this one. I only want to have like the weather, not the news, not the market, not the traffic, not the games, especially not the games, because of course I'm working. Why should I have games? So sad. Let's try to see the Ubuntu, okay? So right now I'm into my Ubuntu. The flavor is actually Ed Ubuntu. They launch as a Ubuntu Ed Ubuntu flavor 23.10, but right now this is the latest Ed Ubuntu 24.4. I update this one because I think it is stable compared to, oh my gosh, okay, I think I'm draining the battery because of the video recording. Not only that, but also the summer heat of the sun right now, which is about like 45 degrees Celsius heat index. Wow. So let's go to the system about. So this is my Ubuntu 24.4 LTS already. When they launched Ubuntu 23.10, it was not an LTS, and I update as soon as possible. Why? Because Ubuntu was a little bit like, I don't know, maybe needed to have an LTS version, even though I know there will be some bug fixes. So I'm still using the Lenovo IdealPad 3 Slim, and actually I removed the KDE Neon for now and put it on my NVMe, but of course right now it is only Windows, Ubuntu, and Linux Mint. So how do you customize this one? So let's go to our, where is our utilities? Yeah, this is the extensions. So right here in Ubuntu or Ubuntu, you need to have the extensions. You need to download some certain extensions so it will work, like this one, app menu, add categories based on apps. This extension is part of the classic mode. Let me open this one. Classic mode, and it is officially supported by Genome. Okay, so everybody was like asking me, why is it Genome when you pronounce, not Gnome? Because actually Genome, when they launched by GNU, it was Genome. So it was like that ever since. They emphasized the letter G. So basically, instead of like doing like this, you have like the tiling like this. So for example, let's download this one so that you could like see it. So it's already installed. Let's go to the installed, and then there you have it. Ta-da! Watch this, watch this. When I turn it off, when I turn it on, see, basically some of them are third party because of the extension that is being built by one of the, or groups of the core devs, and then they just modify it like this one. Burn my windows. Okay, let's put the fire. Charan! Awesome. It's supposed to be like that. Windows supposed to be like that. Let's try to have the glitch. Alright. How about the matrix? Close. Matrix. Alright. So I'm just gonna turn it on. I like it. How about the TV glitch? Right. So let me see. Cool. So that is how our themes between Windows and Linux. Well, in Mac you could also customize it, but you need a third-party application, just like what happened to Windows. A little bit bored? Yeah, I know. I'm getting bored with Windows. They were like forcing you to stop customizing their desktop. They want you to like oblige to their likings. Conclusion? Well, Linux, it's a little bit like the old Windows. You could change everything. If you're asking me, can I move the panel dock or taskbar? Yes, of course. We could move it. Like, do you want it on the left? Do you want it on the bottom? Or do you want it onto the left? And of course, they block the top because they have also the panel up there. Just like what happened to Mac, they limit the dock only on the left, bottom, and right. But the upper panel, it's different. It has a different purpose. So yeah, that's how the themes and customization between Windows and Linux. Windows is getting boring, while Linux maintain its awesomeness. And then only people who are like fanatics of Windows say, oh, it is too hard. No. I've been using Windows and Mac and Linux was so easy. Why? Even like going to their software center, the Synaptic Package Manager, you could just type search, and then you have to search. How about the App Center? Just type in. If you're asking me, do I have a Microsoft 365 Office? Yes, I have, but I don't usually use this one. That is why Linux is one of the easiest. You just go to the website. There's no popping up of ads. If you are watching YouTube, you don't have any ads. But if you're using Microsoft Windows, you have a lot of ads. That's about it for now. Between the themes and customization of Windows and Linux. Do you see any ads? Can you see any ads? No. You don't have. It is clean. There's no annoying advertising notification. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now for our Science is Cool. That is why science is cool, guys. You need to know. You need to observe. You need to know the history. You need to know what is going on. Bye for now and see you in the next episode. And remember that science means knowing. That is why science is cool. This is your science teacher, Teacher Blair, saying bye for now and see you in the next episode. Ciao.